Out of all the things that will challenge you while trying to get lean, the diet, the training, the sleep, etc., none of that will hit harder than what happens in your head. And the thing is, nobody talks about this. Everybody shows you their diets and their training, but no one talks about exactly how they feel and how they actually get through the process. I've been through this entire process myself, and I know how you feel from week 1 to week 12, every step of the way of getting lean. So in this video, I'm going to walk you down through everything that goes on in your mind mentally, the drainage, the cost of cutting, and literally break down the most important things that make people fail their entire cuts. I'm literally just going to prepare you for everything that you're getting into in trying to get lean. So continue watching. Right, so we're on the screen here. And I know what you're thinking. You came here to get lean, right? So why are we talking about mindset? Why aren't we talking about what we have to do with the diet or how we have to train? And I totally get you, but let me explain to you this. It all starts with the mindset with anything you do, right? Anything you actually want to be successful and accomplish, you got to understand, first of all, why you're doing it. And if you know what's coming ahead, it just makes the path so much more easier, which is why I'm even making this video series and this video specifically for you guys. So once you have the mindset, once you understand what you're getting yourself into, once you understand where most people cop out and they fail their cuts, that can help you as you go about it not make those same mistakes. And along with not making those same mistakes, you'll be prepared mentally for everything there is to come, so you know exactly what you're getting yourself into and how you should expect these next 12 weeks to go. So we're going to go to the first pillar of what people get wrong in entering a cut. So you got to understand the real costs of getting lean and what you're actually getting yourself into. And the real cost, it's not hunger. And because we're in this to get results, it's going to require attention because of our intention to get something out of it. We got to remember, we're not coming here hoping that we're going to get results, or we're not coming here with a half-assed plan. We're coming here intentfully, like a sniper approach, to get in, then get out with results. Like any goal in life, right? This is going to take attention and focus from you. You're going to be forced to live differently. You're going to be operating differently than you do normally because we're changing ourselves in order to get this goal. So this includes, we're going to be removing habits that interfere with our goals. If you have a binge eating habit, if you have a coping mechanism that causes you to eat, stay out late, drink, whatever it is, if it's interfering with your fitness goal, you're going to have to remove that because it simply doesn't align with who we have to be in order to get this goal. And along with that, fitness is going to have a priority over most things in life. And I highlighted this in red because this is one of the most important things that people don't understand when they're getting themselves into a cut. They expect it to just be like a side thing that they can half-ass their way through, but that's not the case. You got to understand, fitness is going to take a lot from you. You're going to have to move things around your life in order to accommodate fitness. You might have to wake up a little earlier. You might have to postpone this one thing with that person. Just know that it's coming and it's real. There's going to be less social outings. You're not going to be able to stay out as late. You're going to need consistent sleep. Absolutely no alcohol. You're going to have not much energy to push other things forward, like I mentioned. And this is also important and goes with this thing because during this time, fitness is going to take a lot of you. So you're not going to be able to push forward many different things, many different skills. Things you're trying to learn, businesses you're trying to push forward. They're going to have to take a slight hold for the meantime. Doesn't mean we stop doing them. Just understand that our life's going to be moving around pieces in order to accommodate our fitness goal in these next 12 weeks. And now that you know this is simply just a clear picture of what you're actually getting yourself into. This is not just a calorie deficit and a training plan I'm giving you here. I'm giving you literally everything. And as you can see from this first section, a lot of people are probably going to be weeded out from this because they just want the easy things, right? They just want this magic diet or magic training plan that's going to get them lean. But this is the reality of it, and I'm sharing this with you guys because this is exactly what I went through. And it's the main reason why people fail to get lean. These things that I just gave to you up here hit them by surprise. They go into the cut expecting just a calorie deficit and training plan. And once all this stuff starts to interfere with their life, once they realize that they don't have that much energy to do this that they want to do or go out and drink anymore, that's when they start copying out. That's when they start coping. That's when they start veering away from their goal and they just forget about it. And now that you have this information, that is not going to be the case for you. So either way, moving on from here, now that you understand the real cost, and it's not hunger, it's not the fact that you're going to have to be in a training plan or diet, calorie deficit. It's the real cost that it's going to have on your life. So now that we have that, let's move forward. First of all, just understand your body's eating itself essentially. So you're not going to feel as sharp, and this explains why you're going to have to sacrifice some things like I mentioned in this first pillar. Just think about it. We're running off less calories than our body requires. So our body's going to react to that as it should, because it's biologically trying to keep us alive. It's going to turn itself into energy saving mode because it just wants to survive. And that comes in, being extra lazy and you just don't feel like doing anything. You have lower energy levels, more brain fog. You don't have you don't have as much calories to give to your brain in order for it to be as sharp as you are normally. You're going to have less drive to do things. You're not going to feel like training as much. You're not going to feel like going on that walk. And this comes with every diet, but you're going to have cravings. You're going to want to eat the shit food. And along with that are more emotional spikes. You're going to be a little more emotional. You're not going to be able to control your emotions as much. They're going to be way wild than they usually are. So just expect that. And another thing is, people quit prematurely because they can't handle all these things. And kind of going on to last pillar, they don't expect them to come. So whenever they experience emotional spikes or cravings or brain fog, all this at once during a cut in a depleted state can drive anyone insane. So that explains why they just tap out, because they don't expect this to come. And you got to understand, this is normal during getting lean. Expect it and be ready to manage it. And for full disclosure, I'm not a doctor. This is not direct advice, but I'm just telling you what got me lean and what probably will get you lean. So move forward at your own expense. Just know all of this is going to come for you when you try to get lean. It's simply our body just reacting to what we're doing. It's nothing out of the ordinary. This is totally normal, totally fine. So just understand that so it doesn't hit you by surprise. And, in week 6, when you feel brain fog, you feel lethargic, and you have emotional spikes to quit, you don't quit, because you understand that this is part of it. Now that we got that out of the way, let's move on to the next pillar. This deserves its own pillar because it's something very huge, especially as a guy who already has so many things going on in life. Because it's going to affect your decision making, and you're going to be more prone to making the wrong decisions. And especially towards the later week of a diet, expect emotions to run wild. Everything we discussed previously is going to feed into this, and just add to the fact that we're going to be eating probably the same foods every single day for span of 12 weeks, it can drive a sane man insane. So just expect the emotions to come in. It's going to come in the forms of hard weeks feeling even harder. So say you got things going on outside of life. Those things are going to be a little more difficult to manage and go about. Things will drag at times. Time's going to feel like it's going in slow motion, but this is all part of it. You're going to have less tolerance for bullshit because you're always on edge. Your body's in energy saving mode. You still got to move forward in life. You still got to deal with everything that there is to come. So you're just going to have less tolerance for bullshit. And like I mentioned earlier, you're going to be more emotional, which leads to potentially emotional life decisions. So during this time, try to make as few big life decisions as possible, because you're not going to be your normal self. And we already know that, right? Our body's not running at 100%. You're probably going to be running at 75% starting. And that just gets lower over the weeks. And with all this emotional volatility, you're going to be so tempted to talk yourself out of the cut for literally any reason. You're going to say, oh, maybe it's not the right time for me, or maybe I'll focus on this one thing and then I'll get to this after. It's going to be so tempting to just cut it off and get rid of the pain, but understand that this is part of it. And I'm telling you this because you are going to experience this. When getting lean, there's no way of getting around this. The main thing to understand is just emotion and action do not have to be the same thing. You're going to feel a lot of emotion. You're going to feel a lot of temptation, but you don't have to act on them. And when you know that they're coming, when you know that it's going to be a part of this plan of getting lean, it makes it easier to handle because you know what's coming and then you're ready for it in order to handle it properly. Understand that you're doing this for a reason. It's all going to be over soon. All you can do in this very moment is just get through the day, look forward to the next day, ready to hit the check boxes that need to be done that day, and just keep yourself in the game. Keep yourself to the next workout, to the next training day. And that's going to get you through. And again, and I know I mentioned this in every pillar, but it's just because every pillar is a point where people fail because they don't know what they're getting themselves into. So people let their emotions win the battle, and this causes them to quit prematurely. They end the diet from emotion rather than logic or actually sticking to the plan because it's just too overwhelming because they didn't expect it. So just trust the process, let time do its thing, stick to the plan that we're going to create and have, and just follow through with it. Understand that at the end of this 12 weeks, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and this will all be behind us soon. So no matter how you feel, and revisit this video if you need to, no matter how you feel, you're going to be okay. This is all normal, and the grass is greener on the other side. And kind of going off what we just talked about, understand this is only temporary, this is not forever. This life that we're doing here in these 12 weeks, it's by no means sustainable. No one can live like this forever. And that's why we're coming at it with a 12-week plan that we'll get into in these later videos. We're getting results, and then we're getting the hell out because we do not want to live here. This is not life here. This is simply just what we're doing in order to get results. And this is the most simple but most real thing I can tell you, because it's hard. It's going to tax on your body. It's going to tax on your mind. It's going to drain you. But just understand that this is all a 12-week plan and it'll be over before we know it. So just don't let your effort get wasted and actually have something to show for it this time. Stick with it. Understand it's going to be hard. Understand that all this is coming to you. But at the end of those 12 weeks, there's light at the end of the tunnel. When things get hard, come back to this video, because everything that in this video you are going to experience. There's, like I said, there's no way around it. This is all a part of getting lean in these 12 weeks. And if you're just coming back to this video, repeat after me. I feel shit. This sucks, but this is required. This is all going to be over soon. This is not forever. This is temporary. I'm just operating from a diet fatigue, ravished body, which does not accurately show who I am or who I was before I started. I don't need to change anything, and everything is going as it's supposed to. I will stick to the plan and get over it. As you follow this video series and you're actually making results, maybe you're getting a little leaner, these things are going to creep in, and when you do feel them, resort to this video, and this will reset your mind. It'll reset your expectations. It will remind you of what you entered expecting, so then you can get through the end of 12 weeks because you know this is a part of it. Just focus on the daily inputs, man. When things are tough, just look forward to the next workout, to the next meal, to the next workout, to the next meal. Before you know it, it's all going to be behind you. Just get yourself through this, man. And you can do it. You've done harder things probably. You know how to stick to action plans. You know how to execute. You're a fucking monster, bro. So just get this done. And I can tell you, and even personally, every person who's ever finished a cut and stood at the other side with results has never regretted it. Realize no one feels good getting lean. I literally have a whole video series on my channel of me getting lean and how I felt throughout every week. It sucks, man, and anyone can tell you this, but the thing is, everyone does it anyway because they want results. Now you literally have everything that's going to come at you, and you're ready for it mentally. So basically, this is everything summed up. We've gone over the cost of getting lean, what you're actually gonna have to give up in your life, how you're gonna have to reorganize and structure your life. We've gone over what actually happens to your body, so you go into this knowing what to expect, that all of this is normal. You know, the symptoms, you're gonna be lethargic, you're gonna wonder, hey, is this going right? Am I doing something wrong? This is all part of it, my friends, so just stick with it. And then the psychological effects of getting lean. So like all the stories you're going to tell yourself, the temptations, the emotions running wild, all of this is going to come at you at once in these 12 weeks. And you're now ready for them. The grass is greener on the other side. I know this is a lot of painful things I'm talking about, and a lot of things that nobody really wants to do. But once you understand that this is required to get to the goal, there's no way around this. But the grass is greener on the other side, and we are going to see results because we're going in here with the sniper approach. We're going in here to get results, then get out. Everything I will be teaching you guys in this series is not bullshit. It's fucking actionable that you can do to actually get results. This was one of the most important videos that you had to get through in order to understand what you're getting yourself into, which gives reasoning and meaning to all the other things that come after this. So either way, this is Achilles. Thank you for watching. If you want me to just speedrun progress for you and implement everything that I'm teaching in this series in your life, book a call down below. We can see where you're at, where we can be, work around with what you got already, and move forward to getting you results. Either way, guys, that's going to wrap up this one. Thank you for watching.